Hey, this is Max. Welcome back to another CSR video. We are here looking at American Road Trip 4 Las Vegas. I'm going to give you my quick take on this event. This is a two-part event because there's a related Showdown. It's worth discussing the Showdown first. The Showdown allows you to use a variety of cars, and it seems that the Apex car will be the older greening Auto Company Camaro IROC Z28 if you have it fully maxed, of course, and you know how to shift it, followed most likely by the chiseled Chevelle, although Notorious may actually be as fast, if not faster, than the chiseled. I'm not so sure about that. Bottom line is, until you get the price, you're probably going to want to use that IROC Z. Now, where things have really changed is Natural Motion, in their infinite wisdom, decided that 1400 was too easy to reach by most players, I guess, and they now moved the price car up to 1700. This is a bit of a head scratcher for me. I don't see why it would benefit them as a developer to make things harder and harder for players. I understand, of course, it could be a revenue stream thing, and they feel that by making the challenges harder, more people may actually end up buying the car instead of racing for it, perhaps. Regardless, that's where it's at. I mean, they just decided this time to move it to 1700, making the car almost out of reach for pretty much any new player and a good chunk of free-to-play players, period. Because that Camaro IROC Z wasn't something that free-to-play players easily had access to. So I'm pretty sure that was a paywall car, and that means that most of the players that are in fact going forward in this event for Showdown will probably have to make do with something like the Naughty D, which is pretty slow. That's a 7-second car versus what is essentially a 6.7 or 6 point something second car with IROC Z. So you're talking about a huge margin of difference there. Now let's talk about the event itself. This is an event to win a prize car, nothing new here. 70 races to get the prize car, 5 lock-ins. Now, where things get interesting again is this time at least you get your free 3 races before the first lock-in. The first lock-in is a variety of cars that some of us may have. Even newer players may have a GTS or a 2020 Corvette or something in their garage that allows them at least to get in, or the Hemi Cuda, if you got that far restoring them. But are they built? Are they going to be ready to go? The Mustang GT Elite Tuners is an option as well. So there are a few options here. Speaking of which, I think this is also one of the Showdown cars a lot of people will end up using. So locking 1, at least some people can get through. And by locking 2, boom, you're done. Okay, unless you have this greening Auto Company car, you're not moving forward. So that means you're only going to get to race 7, woohoo! Right, race 8 to 11, you're using a car, and by 11 they start to force you to go through the next 3 cars. They can go in any order, but understand that this is the slowest, and these 2 are probably going to be faster. This is probably the last one you're going to get, so this may end up in your 5th lock-in anyway. And while these cars are all decent in numbers, except for maybe the Naughty D, which I didn't find to be very good, the Chisel definitely is a decent live racer, and the Ride by Cam seems to be a decent live racer, but you're going to have to build all 3 to get through the end to win this thing. The Horizon Motorsport Pontiac Trans Am Hammerhead, which looks like one of those Pikes Peak type cars. While it's cool and all, do I really need it? And the issue is, do I really want to burn through all these resources to get there? And the other piece is, this is not the final leg, right? So after this, there's going to be one more leg, and I think you're going to win the Ruffian Mustang during that one. That might be the final prize car. But at this point, I've already gotten the Chiseled, and that's kind of enough. I mean, if I spend more just to get further, to me, it's at this point kind of a not worth my return on investment situation. I can put some effort into getting the Apex car of this Showdown ready and at least squeeze out the 1700 to pull out this car, which actually is a low performance point high evo car. But it's not like we don't have a lot of them in the game now. So these new cars, other than for collector value and the attraction of just having them, seems to be less and less interesting to me as far as I must have it for whatever reason. I just don't really see it. The other problem is these events are coming so fast, one after the other. You really don't have any chance to recoup any resources before you're forced to dump a ton more. So my feeling is, at least for me personally, I'm going to run this some, but this one is pretty much a skip event for me, and that I'm already accepting the fact that I'm not going to finish ART4, and I'm not getting the Ruffian Mustang, which is fine. Collection cars and other things have kept me busy anyway, and there are plenty of good cars. In fact, I have so many good live racers now, I don't even have time to go through them all to figure out good setups. So I have a lot of time to do other things to play rather than grinding my way through all these non-stop events one after the other, many of which have now placed pretty substantial paywalls in your face. So that's my feeling on Las Vegas. Even harder to get advanced in this than before. If they offer this car for gold or something, definitely scoop it up. It's a great car. But if they're not offering it for gold, then, you know, do you really want to go beyond this point? That's going to have to be a judgment call for you. And I suspect even if you get beyond, there's going to be quite a lot of cost to get to the end. So good luck if you're going for the event. If you have any questions or additional comments you'd like to make, feel free to do them in the comments. If you like my video, leave a like. If you like my channel and like this kind of videos, subscribe, hit the bell, and you get notified when I put up new videos. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. I'll catch you next time.